Hello, hi guys, and my name is Zia or Zaya, whichever one you want to call me, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, welcome to you too, and if you are returning, thank you for coming back. It is Thursday once again, you guys, and I am back with another review of The Wife. So let's get started with this video. So wow guys, this week has been unexciting to say the least. They have literally lost the essence of Sistutu's book. Like, it's not just like the essence of Hlomu that has disappeared, but it's also like the essence of the book in its entirety. This week they didn't feature anything that happened in the book except for two things, which is one, Nqoba and his drug dealing, and two, it's Hlomu and her miscarriage. So if it wasn't that, we were subjected to Nqoba frolicking in hotel bed sheets, as well as the commissioner's bed sheets, on the floor, a chair, anywhere basically where there was a surface. I was not impressed with this week's episode. But anyway, let's get started with the first episode, which was Some Things Can't Be Saved, episode 31. Some Things Can't Be Saved, and it begins with where it ended with episode 30, and it is Hlomu at the hospital with Usandile. So it's very awkward. So Usandile's just like, hello Misulu, and he's like, so tell me where it hurts. So she's like, my side, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna need to examine you, so you need to take off your clothes. How orcs, this is so awkward. Sis takes off her top, and yeah, she has like a big bruise on the side of her ribcage. And Sandile sees it. Obviously, he asks what happened. She's like, she fell. The classic lie, classic abuse lie. So she's like, she fell, and he's like, okay. He doesn't ask any further questions. He checks her out, and then he's like to her, please lie on the bed. So she lies down on the bed, and he's just like, no, I need to check if everything's fine. So he has his stethoscope, and he presses her a bit, like just to see what's going on, listens in, and she's like, take deep breaths for me. So she does that, and he's like, oh, you are gonna be okay, nothing seems to be broken, so I'm just gonna get you some pain medication, and that's basically it. And then as he's about to leave, she's like, Sandile, and then he turns around, she's like, I just want to know if my baby is okay. Guys. And he's just like shocked, and she's like, yeah, I'm pregnant, I just found out. And he's like, okay, I'll get you a OBGYN to check you out. And then he leaves. And then it goes to the taxi rank, and it's the brothers, the 5 eldest brothers, and the four eldest brothers, because Nqoba's not there, and all the other taxi association members. So they're talking about Dlhagala, what Nkosana did to Dlhagala, how he shot him, and without any cause. So Nkosana's like, no, like I wouldn't just like kill this man without like reason. This is why I killed him. So he explains that Dlhagala killed his parents, and he's been lying to him this whole time, so he had to kill him. And the Majola brothers are like, oh, you're just gonna go around killing everybody, you are just like crazy. And he's like, no, like, you know why I killed your dad, and we spoke about that situation. So Dlhagala is quite different. So the other guys are just like, oh no, we understand why he did it. I mean, like, if someone were to do that to me, I would have done the same thing. So now he's like, oh, we need to choose a chairman because Dlhagala's dead. And he's like, before you ask me to step in as the chairman, and I feel like I should take the seat right now. The Mqhele brothers go insane. They're like, no. But everyone else is just like, yeah, no. We think that's the right decision. So they all decide Nkosana should take the seat except for the brothers. And then it goes back to the Zulu house, and it's Nqoba and Nziga. They are baking space muffins. The gall of these kids at home with wantbhim, like, I don't understand. Like, they want to be killed. So they're baking space muffins, and two uninvited guests come. Like, I'm so tired. Like, they literally have no storyline. Like, they have no foundation. So I don't understand why they are included in the story. But yeah, the senior citizens show up, which is the Gogo and her husband, the ones who were at the wedding. They show up and they say they called Nkosana to come pick him up, and he didn't come. So they just took a taxi, and yeah, it dropped them off at the house. So the two are just like confused why they're there. But anyways, this Gogo goes and takes a space muffin without being given one. And Nqoba is trying to hold her not to take it, but she does anyways, and she eats it. And yeah, that's her problem. What's gonna happen next? Anyways, it goes back to Hlomu, and she's at the hospital. So the OBGYN comes, and she tells her that the baby didn't make it. I mean, we all kind of knew. I think also in the back of her head she knew, but like we were just like holding a little bit of hope, like a little bit of hope that it survived. But like the way Mqhele beat her up and the amount of blood that was coming out, it was highly unlikely. But yeah, the OBGYN tells her that no, she had a miscarriage. So yeah, she's sorry. And Sandile is just like heartbroken, as much as whatever he may be feeling or thinking. At the end of the day, nobody wants somebody to lose their child. And she just starts crying, like she breaks down. Like, wow, guys, it was heavy. Like, it was really sad for me, and I'm sure a lot of us who were watching, to see how she reacted to the news. Because I mean, we already knew it was a small chance that the baby would survive, but like I was hoping that she did get her happy ending. But anyways, yeah, that happens. And then it goes to the brothers again at the taxi rank. It's just the four of them. Nqoba's not there, and they are talking about how to move forward now with the whole situation that happened with Larada, and how Nkosana shouldn't have done it. But Nkosana's just like, I couldn't hold myself. Like, I had to kill him. Like, immediately when I found out he was Uvilagazi and he's been lying to me all this time, I just had to react, and I just shot him. We just need to be careful with how we deal with our things, how we move, and get like people in our corner type of vibes, and they all agree. And then it goes to Nqoba with his flavor of the month or flavor of the week, I don't know, something. But his side piece, who just kind of became his main piece because he's always with her. So yeah, it moves with them, and they are frolicking on bed sheets. Like, they literally, that's all they do. Like, yeah, that's what they're doing. And it goes back to the house, to the Zulu house, and to Nqoba and Nziga and the two senior citizens, and they are high, so high out of their minds. Like, they are done. So they are acting a fool, and Nqoba and Nziga do not know what to do, how to take care of them. So Nqoba is just like, no, we need to take them to Hlomu's house. We'll just take her keys, we'll steal her keys, and we'll take them there, because we can't let wantbhim see them like this. So basically he's like, let me just go get the car and we'll drive them there. It goes back to Hlomu, and she is driving back home. So as she is driving in, it simultaneously goes to Mqhele, and he is busy on his guitar, so he's smoking, and he's crying. I think he was crying. So yeah, he's smoking and he's crying, and Hlomu's in the car and she's just like distraught. She doesn't even make moves to go inside the house. Like, she just sits out there. Yeah, she doesn't even make any moves to go inside the house. She sits outside in her car, and I think she's just like reflecting on her life, like at the moment, like from how it was, and also like seeing Sandile also, and what she's going through, losing her baby and coming back to this home, to this man. So as she is sitting in the car, it goes back to Mqhele again, and he is drinking umlomo. That's gin. I know this from my friends. So yeah, he's drinking umlomo and he's also smoking. And yeah, he's crying and busy on the guitar. So it moves from them and it goes to the taxi association guys, and they are at the Mqhele house. So they were invited over by the two brothers to talk over about what happened at the taxi rank and how Nkosana is picked to be the chairman when he has committed crimes. And they like, we understand why he did it, and yeah, we are in agreement with him and we want him to be chairman, and that's it. And then the Mqhele brothers are like, okay, since that's the case, you guys need to leave our alcohol here and you need to get your ass out the door. So they basically chase them out and take their food and like, Hamban, go, leave everything. So the guys stand up and they leave, and it goes to Kawe telling Nkosana that he found Nqoba. He found him in Santon, and Nkosana's just like, what is he doing there? And he's like, I don't know, that's something that you're gonna have to ask him. So it moves from them and it goes to it goes back to Nqoba still having the time of his life with his side piece. Yeah, they are just besig, very besig, and Baya besig. So it goes to Hlomu again, and she's in bed. It goes to Hlomu and she's already in bed and she's lying down. She's pretending to play sleep. As Mqhele comes in, he sits on top of the bed next to her and he kisses her on her cheek, and then he asks if she's sleeping, so she doesn't answer him. And she's like, Mahlomu, and she doesn't say anything. So he starts talking. Not him acting like it's all Mahlomu's fault. He's like, I'm sorry. Firstly, he says, I'm sorry about what happened here yesterday. It's just that you guys, when he said this I was just like, we are flying, like, he is insane. So he's like, it's just that you were not answering your phone. So me not answering my phone, am I supposed to be subjected to you beating me because I didn't answer your phone? Like, is what happened to you asking before doing anything? Like, I don't understand. Yes, she didn't answer her phone, which was wrong. Yes, she didn't tell him that she's not coming home. Yes, she's wrong. But she is not supposed to be beat up for that. So he says to her, it is just because you did not answer your phone, and you know how I feel when you do that. Oh, uyenzile into yakho futhi. That's what he said. Uyenzile into yakho futhi. Yongabambi ucingo. So if someone doesn't answer their phone, does that mean you're supposed to beat them up? So he says that it's like, yeah, it's just that you did your thing again of no, you not answering your phone, and I just got upset and I couldn't find you, and I just got worried. So yeah, that's why I did that, and I am sorry. At that time, Hlomu is crying in bed, like she is just like crying. Whoo, this man that she's married to, guys. What? Guys, I don't know, like, and the fact that he said godwa nawe sithandwa sami. Hey. But anyways, it ends with them, and it goes to episode 32, and it is playing with fire. So many people playing with fire here. But anyways, let me just have a sip of my coffee. Oh, it's so hot. It's so good. Oh yeah, no, this is not sponsored by Starbucks or anything like that. It's just a cup. Anyways, yeah, episode 32 is playing with fire, and it starts with Nqoba. So he basically went and fetched Nqoba from where he was, and he's just like asking him, dude, what are you doing? You know what we're trying to do? We're trying to get Za out of prison, and the commissioner is the only person who can do that. So you playing with his wife is jeopardizing that. So like, you need to stop. And Nqoba's just like, okay. And he's like, no, you need to promise me that you're not going to do it again, because this is our one and only chance for us to get Zaza out. And he's like, yeah, no, of course, yeah, I'll stop. So he promises to stop, and they do a handshake. Little bugger is a liar. But anyways, he does that, and then it goes to Hlomu, and she's in bed, and guys, like, like, you know when you're so defeated, life is just like throwing you lemons left, right and center. Like, she is beyond defeated. So she's sitting in bed, and comes in Langa and her friend. I think her friend is Nomtla, if I heard her properly. But anyways, and her friend, the bridesmaid, maid of honor, her maid of honor and Langa, they come in, and they are in high spirits and happy. Like, Langa's like, I'm gonna be an uncle. So they're taking videos, and they have balloons, like blue and pink balloons. And yeah, when they get in, when they finally pay attention to her, and they see that she's not even like in the mood for the excitement, they're just like, Hlomu, what's going on? Why are you like this? You're supposed to be like happy, like excited. And then she's like, there's no baby. I had a miscarriage. And then it goes to it goes to the senior citizens at Hlomu's place. They are waking up at Hlomu's place, so they're just like, what is going on here? I don't even know why I'm talking about them. Like, I think I'm just gonna skip right over, because yeah, I don't understand why they are in the show. So yeah, I'm just gonna skip that part. So yeah, no, it goes to Mandisa, and she is very happy. Like, she is very happy. She's like, Mdwami to Nqoba, like, I need you to take me over. She said overseas, and I was like, she's like, yeah, take me overseas, and I need to go to Swaziland to see Ringo perform live. So Nqoba's just like, like, yeah, like, I know you know how to make things happen, so yeah, make it happen. And Nqoba's just like, I don't even have a passport. And she's like, oh, that's so easy, we can get a passport very easily. And then Nqoba's like, why do you want to go anywhere? Like, I don't want to go anywhere, I want to stay right here. He knows why he wants to stay right here, because he's busy with another woman. And if Mandisa finds out, there's gonna be to pay. So he's like, why do you want to go anywhere? I don't want to go anywhere. I want to just like sit right here, like ngiraidila. And she's just like, oh. And then she starts talking smack at him, and it's like, yeah, when the man says just because you don't respect me. Oh, she laughed at him. She laughed. She's like, respect you? Me? Respect you? When you don't respect me, you want me, Mandisa, to respect you. Askat, you don't even do anything for me. Like, so why do you want respect? You're not gonna get it. And then it goes back to Hlomu, Langa, and her friend, and now they're all sitting with her on the bed, and they're just like asking her like, what happened? And she's just like, yeah, so I had the miscarriage yesterday. So her friend is like, yesterday? You found out yesterday and you had the miscarriage yesterday? And she's like, yeah. And then Langa's like, oh, and then Langa's like, so Mqhele, like, I mean, support system, you need it. And she's like, no, I can never tell him. He can never find out. You must never tell anyone about this, ever. She's like, promise me. And then they both say, yeah, they both promise never to tell anybody about what happened. And then it goes to the commissioner's wife. The bravery of this woman, the bravery. So she comes to, I don't even think she knows that Mandisa exists. I don't think Nqoba told her that he has a Mandisa. So anyways, commissioner's wife comes to Nqoba's tavern. So Nqoba runs the car. Girl is happy. She is here. Was that easy, yo? Uveza izinyo lokugcina, like umhlathi wonke ungaphandle. That's how happy she is to see her man, or her side piece also. So Nqoba runs to her and is just like, what are you doing here? Like, what's happening? And she's like, no, I just came to see you. And she's like, why? Is it a bad time? And he's like, no, like, yeah, no, he's trying to hide, but also like Mandisa is in the house. So he's like, okay, you know what? Let's just like get out of here. And she's like, yeah, obviously. She's like, yeah. He's like, no, I've always wanted to feel how this car drives. So he gets into the passenger seat and she reverses back. So Mandisa comes out and she's like, Nqoba, he dipped, sis, he dipped. So she comes out and she's calling him, and yeah, he's not there. So she asked one of the customers there, and she's like, sis, I don't know what's going on. I just came here to drink, to forget about my problems. So don't be asking me things that I don't know. And then she goes back inside. And then it goes to Hlomu, and she's in the bathroom. She's having a shower, but she's not really having a shower. She's like sitting on the floor, the shower floor, and the water's just like cascading over her. Her friend comes and she's just like, Hlomu, Tomza. And then she opens her eyes and she's like, are you okay? And she's like, yeah, I'm fine. So she switches off the water. She's like, okay, you've just been in the shower for too long. You've been there for an hour. And she's like, okay, no, I'm coming. So a friend goes out and she's sitting with Langa, and they sitting by the patio, and they are having champagne. So her friend is like, I feel bad that we are having champagne and Hlomu's going through such a hard time. This is like so difficult for her, and we take for granted how falling pregnant is so special, and how so many women do not get that opportunity, and how they can lose their babies just like that, basically in the blink of an eye. And as they're talking, Hlomu comes out. She is mad, and she's like to Langa, yaza ngazi bengingenwe yini ngizitshela ukuthi uzokwazi ukukhipha imfihlo wena. Well, Langa is a blabbermouth, so yeah, like she couldn't entrust him with such information. And Langa's like, your mother called me and asked me how you were doing, and I just could not lie to her and not tell her how you're doing. And she's like, now I have Uma reading me Bible verses. And Langa's like, yes, she's your mother, you're supposed to tell her what's going on. So Mahlomu's like, umzimba wami lo, ingane yami le, basically, that I lost, and you have no right telling her. So ngicela ukuthi ni phumele la wami, and you're out here drinking champagne in my house. You're out here drinking champagne in my house, so ngicela ukuthi ningiphumele. And Langa's like, and he stands up and he walks. So her friend is like, Mahlomu is like, out. She is mad, y'all. Like, she is mad. And her friend stands up and she leaves, and she turns around. Her face is just like, literally, like, she's holding it in. She's so upset because, I mean, like, she entrusted Langa not to tell, and the first chance that he gets, he blabs to their mother. I understand, yes, she's supposed to tell her mom, but that's her story to tell, not for Langa to tell her, and for when she's ready to finally tell also. Because, I mean, this thing just happened. It happened yesterday. And she's just trying to figure it out all by herself also, and like her emotions are all out of whack. So yeah, no, Langa, that was not your place. And then it goes to Nqoba and Ntiga at Hlomu's place, and they're baking the space muffins, and the senior citizens walk in on them, and they're like, yeah, we knew it, we knew you guys were doing this. So what's gonna happen now? And Nqoba and Ntiga just like, do not tell Obudumdala. Like, they are begging them not to tell. And then it goes back to Mahlomu, and she is at the hospital again. So she's there to do a DNC. So if you know what a DNC is, it is to clear the uterine lining. Yeah, to clear the uterine lining, basically to clean out the dirt of the baby in the uterus. So yeah, she's there, and Sandile is also there. Oh, actually, he's not there yet. So yeah, the gynae is just telling her how the process is gonna go, and she's asking how long is it gonna take, and she's like, an hour, and then yeah, you're gonna rest a little bit, and then you can go home. It's not a difficult procedure, so we'll see you in a bit, and we'll take you to theater. She's like, okay, cool. And then it goes to Nqoba and the commissioner's wife, who is Balisa. Now I know it's Balisa. So yeah, it goes to them, and they are at it again. Rolling around. They're rolling around in them sheets. And then Balisa mentions that she's going to a poker game. And the stakes is like 2 million per person, basically. So a person brings like 2 million to open. Yeah. And Nqoba's just like, what? He just sees signs of money, rands. It just went ka-ching in his eyes, and he's like, what? It's like, yeah, that's how much we take out. And he's like, okay, tell me about this. Tell me more about this game. And she's just like trying to get her freak on, and he's just like, no, he wants to know like what happens at the poker game. And then yeah, she's telling him, and then she's like, no, I want to get into something else. And he's like, well, what if we were to steal the money? And she's just like, what? It's like, yeah, what if we were to steal the money for ourselves? So all of a sudden she forgets her need to be satisfied, and she's like, oh, okay, so how would it go? So she basically tells him like what happens when they get there and where the money goes. And Nqoba's like, yeah, I need more information so I can plan, and I'll let you know how it's gonna go. And she's like, okay. And then it goes back to Hlomu and So it goes back to Hlomu again, and she is sleeping, and Sandile is sitting next to her hospital bed. So she wakes up, and then he's like, hey, he's like, hi. He's like, so you've been sitting here for how long? He's like, no, it's just only, he's like, 10 days. Her face. Ooh, when he said 10 days, I was like, what? Ah, you cannot. But he was kidding. It was like 10 days. And then she's like, and he's like, no, I'm kidding. It's only been an hour. And so she's like, oh, so when did you get here? It's like, no, I've just been sitting here for an hour since you've been sleeping. And she's like, okay. And then he asks her if Mqhele is going to come pick her up. And she's like, no, she's a big girl. She can take care of herself. And then he's like, okay. And then he stands up to leave, and she's like, Sandile, can you sit with me for a little while? So he comes back, and then he sits down. He holds her hand. He's like, it's nice to see you again. And she's like, I don't know where that is going, guys. I don't like it at all. I don't like it for me. I don't like it for other viewers. I don't like it for Hlomu mostly. I don't even like it from Mqhele. Like, I don't. Like, I mean, like, she left this guy for a reason. So, like, for him to be inserted back into her life, like, I don't know. But anyways, it goes back to... oh no, it ends. Yeah, it ends with that scene, but she removes her hand, like after he says, I've missed you. Oh, it's good to see you. She says, it's been a while since I've seen you. And then she removes her hand, and yeah, no, it shows the ring finger. Yeah, so sis is playing with fire for reals. Nqoba's not the only one. Hlomu also is. It may not be intentional, but yeah, she needs to tread very lightly with that one. So it moves on to episode 33, which is high stakes. So I think that has like a poker metaphor. So it opens up with Hlomu, and she is it opens up with Hlomu, and she is sitting outside. She is having coffee or tea. I'm not sure. I think she's having coffee. I think she's a coffee person. I don't know, tea maybe. So yeah, she's sitting outside and she's having coffee. I think she's also still reflecting on what happened, because she's miles away. So as she's sitting there, Mqhele comes outside and he's like, hi. And she's just like, oh, you're only having toast. So she doesn't respond. And then he says, I have something for you. So he gives her like I'm parched. So he gives her a box and is like, I got this for you. So in my head, I'm already thinking, like, your gift is not going to make anything better. Like, what you did to her, nigger, you have a lot of making up to do, like a lot of groveling, a lot to make up for, and a gift is not how you start. But anyways, he hands her the box, and he's like, open it. So she opens it, and it's a watch. And then he's like, take it out. So she takes it out from the box, and he's like, look at the back. So when she looks at the back, he's like, it's engraved with your name. So it has an M and a Z. So Hlomu Zulu. Like, she smiles a little bit, because her psychotic man, like, the things that he does, the things that we liked about Mqhele in the book, is that he does things randomly, not just because he's trying to apologize, but like before he even like lay a hand on her, but like, yeah, he would do things like randomly. And so I think in her mind also, it's just like, it's so random. Like, he thought about actually getting a gift that was engraved with her name. So she finds it sweet a little bit. So she kind of smirks, but not really smile, or like cringe. I don't know. maybe it's a cringe, smirk, somewhere in between, but it's not a smile. So he says, yeah, I engraved it with your name. And when we started dating, remember when we started dating, you gave me a watch. And then Hlomu was like, Nqoba. And yeah, he loves. So he basically tells her that uthando liyabekezelwa and futhi linobunene, and he knows that it takes time to properly love someone and to also forgive them. And so Hlomu is like, you didn't have to buy me a watch. Uyazi ukuthi bengizokuxolela. My face when she said that, legit. But I mean, yeah, we all knew, and she knows. Like, I like that she's honest with herself also, guys. Like, I honestly like how she's honest with herself. Yes, this man is full of shit, and he is terrible to her, has been terrible to her. The thing is, I appreciate her honesty. I like her honesty because, like, even in the book, she says that early on, even, like, this is later, like early on in the relationship, not even married to him, she made peace with the fact that she was going to forgive him for the things that he was going to do, and easily too. It wasn't going to take her time to forgive him. She made peace with that. So I like that she's honest with herself. She knows why she is married to this guy and why she forgives him time and time again, and that's just it. So it goes back to so she's still being strong again. So she says that, and then she also says, I just needed time. And he's like, yeah, that's why I got you this gift. Guys, see it? Do you see it? He said, that's why I got you this gift. So he says, yeah, his time is telling him that he has to go. So he says, I love you. You know, I love you. And then he kisses her, and then he leaves. So she doesn't say it back to him, which is understandable. Like, yeah, at that time, like, he doesn't deserve to hear those words. Not anytime soon. Even if it was ever. But I like wantbhim. I like it. Guys, I'm holding on to the book. I am holding on to the book. Like, I am holding on. Like, I am holding on so hard. I am holding on so hard. And this thread is just like getting thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner. But anyways, it goes to Nqoba and Balisa, and they are at some hotel room. And Nqoba got the key was for another room that is next door to where the safe is going to be at. So yeah, that's what he got. How he got it, I don't know, but someone brought it to him. I think someone who works in the hotel brought it in for him like it was food. So she also thought it was food until he opened it and is like, no, this is what it is. So she's like excited. This is like a thrill for her, I think. Yeah, her man is quite boring. But anyways, it moves from them and it goes to Hlomu, and she is sitting somewhere. It's like a garden. I think it's a restaurant or whatever. She's sitting there and she's on the phone with her mom. So her mom is basically asking her how she's doing, and she's basically trying to get her mom off the phone, and she's like, I'm fine, like I am okay. Trying to reassure her that she's fine and she doesn't need her. And then she says bye as Sandile is approaching. So he sits down, and yeah, they're having a conversation, and her phone rings. It's Lux. So she literally looks at it and doesn't answer. So Sandile's just like, so you're not gonna answer that? And she's like, no. She turns it over, and then she's like to him, so something's changed about you. And he's like, yeah, a lot of things. And then she's like, oh, so who is she? Oh, so what's making you so happy? And then he's like, do you want to ask me, like, who am I with? And she's like, no, I'm not scared to ask you. So who is she? Like, who is she that's making you happy? And he's like, it's no one. And she's like, oh, you lying. I got this shima. Your shima isn't. Suddenly this shimani, guys. There's no way. There's no way. This girl has been gone for like, okay, I don't know how long in the story, in the telenovela it has been, but I think she's been married to Mqhele for a year. Like, yeah, like I think she's been married to him for a year and some change. So like, I mean, brur, like you're not gonna move on. Like you just like gonna wait and hold a flag for a girl who has been gone, still gone, not coming back. Make it make sense. Like I don't understand. Like she left him so high and dry. Like she literally left him high and dry so quick because of Mqhele. And he's still holding the flame for her, still holding the torch for her. Nigger. Nah, he needs to move on. Like she might be on another level. So he says, yeah, no, it's no one. Like when you left. When you left, I made sure to get as many hours in at work. I worked all shifts, all overtime. Like I literally threw myself into work, and that's how I got back to kind of like myself. But like there has never been another you, because you are one of a kind. He's not lying there. Like he is not lying. Like she is a gem. She is a gem, and Mqhele knows she's a gem. It's just he does not know how to handle this precious gem. Like he doesn't know how to care for it. Like to care for it like it's a precious stone. So he doesn't know how to take care of it. So he says that to her, and I'm just like someone wants to be killed. Someone wants to be killed. Honestly, like guys, like no. And then it goes to Sambulo, and he is in Nkosana's office. So he's basically there to reprimand him for how he is acting as a weakling, and he's not taking charge, he's not being strong, showing strength in his position. And Nkosana's like, the reason why I'm even in this chair is not for me to be in this business. You know why I'm here. Our money, you know how we get our money. The tax is just a front. You know how we get our money. And this position helps me to help us clean our money. See, Hlomu, when she was investigating, guys, she's such a good investigator. But yeah, basically, she said these people who are doing heists are into businesses like taxis. That's how they clean the money. And he's like, yeah, so you know how we clean our money. He's like, yeah, no, we need to get Za out of there. And Nkosana's like, I haven't given up on Za. You know I will never give up on Za. And we are definitely going to get her out from that place. Do you understand me? And then someone is like, yeah, I understand. And then it moves from them and it goes to Hlomu. It goes back to Hlomu. Now it's nighttime. Hlomu is cooking in the kitchen. Mqhele walks in, guys. He has this face. He has this look on his face. The look that I don't like. So he has that look on his face. And he's like, he's looking at her. And she doesn't even notice that he's looking until he gets closer. And then she turns and she sees him there. And she's like, I didn't even see you there. Sorry. And he's like, hi. And he's like, oh, I know I'm Nandi. He's always hungry. Like he always wants to eat her food. So she doesn't pay attention to him. And then he comes closer to her as she's chopping. And he asks her, he's like, Bogub namhlanje. You know when you're screaming and you're screaming inside? And she's like, "Bengisemsebenzini." I said, "No, bongekho emsebenzini." She's like, "I was there. I was helping the interns." And it's like, "Whoa. Hlomu. And he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna go change." He leaves. I think it registers in her mind that she is being watched. Yeah, she's being watched. And I don't know if he's doing it or someone is doing it for him, but yeah. She cannot. The story is literally gonna be the death of me. Like, who. Like, when he did that, when he asked her that, and when he said that to her, I'm just like, Mahlomu. Like, this should tell you that you should not meet with Sandile again. Like, no. If you know what's good for you, and if you're trying to keep yourself safe and protected, you should not meet with that man again. So yeah, she continues on, and it goes to Nqoba and Balisa at the place. So Balisa has arrived and she's sitting at the poker table and she's playing. She is really good at this game and she's winning. Nqoba gets into the room that he got the key for, so he's acting like a concierge, a porter. Yeah, I think it's a porter. Did I forget my tourism already? Yeah, porter. I think it's a porter. So he goes into the room and he has like the trolley, yeah, with the food. And he goes into the room and the two guys who are outside the other room don't even notice. Like, they just guarding the room. He goes in. I don't know how I think it's a connected room. So he goes into the next room with the keys that he showed Balesa. Goes into the room and he opens the safe. He even has the safety. He even has the safety pin, the safe pin. Like, where he got it from, I don't know. But whoever gave him the key is the same person who gave him the safe pin. So goes into the safe, takes out all the money, guys. It is a lot of moolah. Like, he takes out all the money. And time, as Balisa's looking at the time, she sees that he is running out of time because one of the guys wants to go up, and then she causes the scene just as a distraction so he can finish. So he does his thing and then he's done. Gets out with the trolley and he is walking out. And then one of the managers from the hotel's like, "I need you to go to the bar." And he's like, "I don't work at the bar. I only work this job." And he's like, "I need you to go at the bar. You don't choose where you go. If I say you must go there, you must go there." Yeah, so now Nqoba's trying to like think. Luckily, Balisa's walking up and is like, "Is there a problem here, gentlemen?" And this guy is like, "No, there isn't." "No, there's no problem." And then she's like, "No, this guy is my concierge, so I need him for my time here." And this guy's like, "Okay, cool." And then they go. And then it goes back to Hlomu and she's in their bedroom and she's on the bed, she's reading a book. She's been reading that book. She's been reading that book. So she's reading a book and Mqhele comes in and he gets on the bed and he starts kissing on her. Really? You want sex? I am defeated at this point, guys. I am defeated with this guy. Like, I'm woo! Wow. Anyways, he starts kissing on her and she's just like she's trying to move. Like, dude, leave me alone. And as he's kissing her on her shoulder, he sees the bruises that he left. And then he stops. You know when you stop, like, kind of disgusted? So he stops and then he pulls up her hair to see where else. So like it's like her shoulder, her neck, and like I think as you go up. So he looks, and then he looks at her, and then he places down the hair again, and then he moves away from her, and he looks at her, and then he leaves. So he's gonna cry himself a river wherever he's going. That's what he's gonna be doing. He's gonna go cry. And Hlomu, as he's leaving, she looks at him, and I don't know if it's a face of disgust or it's a face of the audacity that you're gonna try and want sex from me after you did what you did to me, and I'm in pain. So like, and he's, even when he comes to her, he starts kissing on her and says, "Ngikumbule." You miss me? You're gonna miss me a little more because you're not getting any. So yeah, it ends with them, and yeah, that's the end of the episodes. I am beyond disappointed with this week's episodes, guys. They were not what I expected. My expectations were quite high for them. I didn't expect it to be a Nqoba and Palesa show. I also didn't expect it to be a Citizen and Nqoba show. I mean, yes, Hlomu, it's still early for her to be trying to fix things with Mqhele. But yeah, no, it wasn't the one. Like, these 3 episodes for this week were not the one. So inshallah, next week we're gonna get better episodes, and it's gonna be livelier. I don't know where the storyline with Sandile is going. Like, I mean, she left this guy for the man that she married. They always say better the devil you know than the one that you don't. I guess in this, it is, Sandile is the one that she knew, and she left him for the man that she did not know, and she fell for him very fast and very hard. So even if she entertains Sandile for now, it's familiarity, like it's familiar to her. So obviously something that is familiar to you is going to be easier to deal with, and this person she's known for 7 years and she was with for 7 years. So I think that's what she's doing, like, to kind of to deal with her pain. So yeah, that's basically what I have for you guys this week. And hopefully next week is going to be better, and I'm going to be in livelier spirits. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to comment down below, subscribe, and share it with your friends, and get your bell notifications on for my future videos. Thank you guys for watching.